Hello everybody, my name is Hans and this is my first video, my introduction to the vinyl community. And as first video I wanted to do something special, so I'm gonna show my Porcupine Tree vinyl collection. Porcupine Tree is the only band that I collect, so that's why I wanted to start with this band. And I'll divide this revision of my collection into three parts corresponding to the three main periods of the band, which is the first one from the 1991 to 1996, the Delerium years, the kind of psychedelic years of Porcupine Tree. Then in between they have kind of a pop period, if you want, from 98 to 2001, and then you have more like a metal oriented period from 2002 until now 2010 and recently. Now those periods, that is kind of my division, is of course is very subjective and probably controversial, but there you are. So let's start with the first album. This is 1991, On the Sunday of Life.
1 hour after the participants have eaten sugar cubes saturated with LSD.
Really beautiful artwork.
Travelers observing their gradual transformation.
That's the inside of the Gateful album. And this is this was original release in 1991, but this is the Case Cop reissue. I think it's 2009 Case Cop reissue, double LP in a beautiful color orange vinyl. I love the artwork of this reissue. I don't know if the original was like this, the inner sleeves were like this, but it's really beautiful. Also good materials, thick vinyl, 180 grams. Amazing stuff. Amazing music. So that is On the Sunday of Life, 1991. Then we have Voyage 34, which is a single, but an over 30 minutes long single, released in November 1992. And this was yeah, I think the initial idea was to include this in the next album, but it wasn't included at the end, and it was only released as a single in 1992. This is the original Delerium pressing from 92. And that is Voyage 34 parts 1 and 2, and then it was released parts 3 and 4, which were kind of remix versions of parts 1 and 2. And again, this is the original Delerium pressing from 1993. These are the labels. This is kind of psychedelic, trippy, electronic dance music. Very nice stuff. And then in I think in 2000 was released the Voyage 34, The Complete Trip, which are the 4 parts together. But this is the Case Cop reissue of 2010, and actually it's a limited limited edition, only 2,000 copies, and this is the copy 16, very early numeration actually, 16 of 2000, and it's these are the inside, and it's very beautiful because again the artwork is amazing, and the vinyl is white.
Brian's mood is gradually changing. He orders all of his friends into another room, closes the door. He sits alone on the wooden floor, visible only by the dim light shining from the bathroom. He talks to himself.
I'm sorry for any reflection on the vinyl. So that was Voyage 34. And then we have the second studio album, which is called Up the Downstairs. And this was released in May 1993. And this one here is the Case Cup reissue, which was released in 2012, I think. I'm not sure. This is the Case Cup reissue.
Brian is unable to snap his fingers.
And
Which continues.
this is the inner sleeves. A double LP. The album itself is just one LP. But then the second LP, including this reissue, is an EP containing material left out of the album, and this EP is called I think it's called Staircase Infinities. I think, yeah, Staircase Infinities. Which was released originally in 1994, I think, as an EP, but then in this reissue was included as a second LP. And the color of the vinyl is very beautiful. It's this crimson color. Really nice. Case Cup reissue. High quality materials, high quality music. And I was talking about Staircase Infinities, and I actually have the original release on Delerium. Is it on Delerium? Yeah. This is a 10 inches EP. It was released in, I believe, in 1994. Quite hard to find. Next we have what is the first live recording of Porcupine 3. And so Porcupine 3 were like a solo project of Steven Wilson until 1993. Then he met Chris Maitland, Richard Barbieri, and Colin Edwin to be able to play live the music, but until then he was alone. And this is the first live recording, which contains the recordings of those very early, the first concerts, actually the first 3 concerts of Porcupine 3, recorded in 1993, and this was released in 1994. And this vinyl here is really difficult to find because I think there are only 500 copies. The recording itself is not really good, the quality of the recording, but as an historical document of the very first concerts of Porcupine Tree, and as a collectible item is really valuable, this one. So it's one of my treasures in my collection. So that is Spiral Circus. And then we have what is actually probably my favorite Porcupine Tree album, and it's not a studio album actually. It's like a compilation of material, and it's called Yellow Hedgerow Dreamscape. I love the cover of this one as well, and it's a compilation of archive material from 84 to 91. It's a double LP. And this copy is yellow, this beautiful transparent yellow. Which was this was originally released in 1994, and this vinyl was released in February 2000. In the label Gates of Dawn. This is the second vinyl. Amazing music. I love this one. It's very kind of, I don't know if raw, but it's like self-indulgent, naive material of Steven Wilson. I really love this album. Which is not an album, it's a compilation of material. Probably my favorite. Then we have released in 1994, Moonloop EP. This is the back. And this contains Stars Die, which was a song that was supposed to be included in the next studio album, but at the end it wasn't included. At least in the original release. Then in the reissue of the next studio album, it was finally included, Stars Die. This is the original Delerium pressing. Is it Delerium? Yes. From October 1994, Moonloop EP. So then we have 1995, the third studio album, which is called The Sky Moves Sideways. And this is a very hypnosis cover. And the music, the cover is very hypnosis, and the music is very Freudian. Actually, the structure of the tracks inside the album is reminiscent of the structure of the songs in Wish You Were Here. And the album is black. It's a double LP. The original album is just one LP, but this is the Case Cop reissue, which contains a second LP with demos of the songs, demo versions. So that is The Sky Moves Sideways. Next, we have this single, which was released in a 12 inches single on Delerium, and it's called Waiting. This was released in 1996. And it's Waiting is it was released as a single, and then it appears in the next studio album, which was released in September 1996, and it's called Signify. and this is the Case Cop reissue, 2011 Case Cop reissue, and the cover is texture. I don't know if you can notice. Yeah, beautiful artwork. This texture also in the back. This is the inside. And it's a double LP in this Case Cop reissue. This is also one of my favorites. It's really nice, this album. It's influenced by a kind of krautrock music, very rhythmic patterns, really nice stuff. And so this is Signify is the last album of the Delerium period, of those early years of kind of psychedelic music of Porcupine Tree. But before we move into the next section, we have the second live recording of Porcupine Tree, which is called Coma Divine, and it was recorded in, I think, 3 concerts in Rome in 1996 concerts, and this was released in 1997. And this is this one here is a reissue by Headspin. This is the catalog number of this one is Headspin LP 103, and it's 3 LPs. This is the LP number 1. The labels. This is the second LP. And this is the third one. Actually, I don't think this is a reissue. This is the original. No, I think there is a previous issue of this Coma Divine on vinyl. And these are Headspin, probably 2011 or something like that. This live recording is really well recorded. So Spiral Circus, which is the first live recording officially released, wasn't really well recorded. This one here, Coma Divine, is really well recorded, and the music is amazing because it covers the whole this whole period of early years of Porcupine Tree psychedelic music. And this one also includes 7 inches bonus, which is this one, which contains two demo versions of the song Disappear. So this is also part of the Coma Divine Headspin issue. And I also have another version of the Coma Divine, which was released recently, and this one is in a box containing again 3 LPs. This is a case cop, I believe, case cop reissue. It says 2012, but I think this is this was released very recently, like in 2014 maybe. And so inside we have the 3 LPs. Black LP. I guess it's the same track order of the other edition. 3 LPs, but this one also contains this 12 inches booklet with some photos of those concerts in Rome in 1996. And some artwork, really nice artwork. This is a tribute of 2 years of Porcupine Tree. Very nice recordings. This is my favorite period actually of Porcupine Tree, this Delerium years. So this is the case cop reissue. And finally we have a last vinyl from this period, which was released in 1998, and it's Metanoia, which is a sort of compilation of improvisations. From this period, from 1997, 1998. It's a double vinyl, 10 inches. Release on Delerium. It's just instrumental music, improvisations. So this is the last vinyl that I have from that period, from the Delerium years, the early years of Porcupine Tree. And next we will move into the period of more pop, song-oriented music of Porcupine Tree.